Hello everyone, welcome to day 16th of March Lead Code Challenge, and today's question is best time to buy and sell stocks with a transaction fee. So every time you are either selling a stock, you have to pay a transaction fee for the selling part. What you are given in this question is an array uh, of size n and a transaction fee. The array signifies the stock prices of each day, and you are free to make any number of transactions. The goal is to maximize the profit. So let's understand this example that is given here: 132849, and the transaction fee is 2. The maximum profit that can be achieved is 8, and let's see how. So you buy on the first day and you sell on the third day at the third index, that is the fourth day. The profit becomes 8 minus 1 minus 2, because you have to pay a transaction fee while selling. So that becomes 8 minus 1 minus 2, that becomes 5. And then you are buying again at 4 and selling at the price 9. 9 minus 4 minus 2 becomes 3. So 3 plus 5 is 8. This is how we get 8. So let me just move on to the algorithm that I have created for this. It's a dynamic programming question, not that difficult. It's slightly tricky rather than being difficult. So you have to think a little and get to the approach rather than writing a long code. The code is very simple. You just need to understand the concept. So let me just take a pen here and let's get started. So if I broadly classify, what is your goal? The goal is to buy at the least price and sell at the most price, and do as many transactions as you can. Sell The buying criteria is to buy at the minimum price, and the selling criteria is to sell at the maximum price out of all the possible options that we have. So this is the thumb rule so as to generate the maximum profit, because profit is selling minus buying. So to gain maximum profit, you need to buy at the least value and sell at the most value. Pretty simple process of thinking what we need to do: sell at the most price and buy at the least price. So let's get started. I have taken a slightly longer example than what was specified in the question. Here I have 1, 3, 2, 8, 4, 9, 11, and 10. And let's try and build our logic. So I have created 3 more columns here. The first one signifies that I am buying today. The second one signifies that I am selling today. And the third one signifies the overall profit that I have made so far. So let's get started with it. We get the first index, and we'll have to buy at some day. So let's assume we made the purchase and the buying today price becomes 1. If we are selling today, we can't sell today because we have not bought anything in the past. The selling today stands 0, and the profit stands at 0. Now let's come at the second day. So second day the price is 3. So we have two options here. One is to keep the buying same that we bought on the previous day. So the first possibility is that you bought whatever the previous day price was, the previous value of buying was. And the other possibility is that you are buying today. That means you have to reduce the whatever the value of profit was in the past with the current value, and so as to get the new buying cost. And this value, the minimum of these two would be your buying today price. So you'll understand why I am reducing this profit so far from the current price in the downwards cases. The minimum of these two is 1. So let's fill in the selling today case. The first thing stands for we need to maximize this. So the first possibility is whatever the previous selling profit was, and the first possibility is that. The second possibility is you are selling on this date. So for selling on this date, you must have bought on the previous date. So what you'll look after? You'll look after this value, and you'll pay the transaction fee. So the current price is 3. minus the buying price, whatever the buying cost was of the previous day, not on the same day, because you can't do this, you can't do it on the same day. So 3 minus 1 minus 2, it stands for 0, and maximum of 0 comma 0 is 0, so the profit is still 0. We are also making the assumption that we are paying the fee while selling. And let's move on to the next case. Now we get 2, the price is 2. So what are the two possibilities that we have? That we have made a buying a thing in the past, whatever the previous value was. So the previous value is 1. So buying cost is 1. The other possibility is you are the current price minus whatever the profit was, the profit that you achieved so far. So 2 minus 0 is 2, and the minimum of these two, 1 comma 2, is 1, and you're okay bearing the 1 cost over 2. Let's talk about the selling today case. If I'm selling today, then what are the two cases? Whatever my previous price was so far, it's 0, and if I'm selling today, that means I'm selling at price 2. So 2 minus whatever the buying cost for the previous day was, 1, and the fee that I need to pay, 1 minus 2 minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. The maximum of these two is 0. The profit becomes 0. Now let's move on to the next case. We get 8. 8 as our price. So what is the minimum value of the two possibilities? The first one is if I have bought the previous one, whatever the previous buying buying cost was, it's 1, and the other possibility is I'm buying today minus the profit that I have made so far. So that would be the minimum of these two would be 1. And let's talk about the selling price, the selling today case, where the first candidate is 0, because the previous profit is 0, and the second case is, since I am selling today, so I need to look at the buying price of the previous day, the buying cost of the previous day, 8 minus 1 minus 2, which stands for 5, and I need to take care of the maximum of these two, because I want to maximize the profit. So the profit becomes 5. Now you'll understand why I'm subtracting the profit from the buying today case. The first possibility, when we move on to the next index, is 1, because the previous buying case is 1, the cost for it is 1, and the profit that you have made so far is 5. So if you want to buy at 4, then your profit you'll still be in profit of $1. That means you can subtract 4 minus 5, that gives you minus 1, and you'll still be in profit of minus $1, even if you buy today, given that you made a profit in the previous transactions of rupees $5, and hence this value becomes minus 1. Let's talk about the next column. If we are selling today, then there are two possibilities. The previous day selling profit, whatever it was, the previous one was 5, and the second one would be, if I'm selling today, what was the buying factor for the previous day. Since I'm telling today, I have to look at the previous row. That means 4 minus 1 minus 2, that is 1. So 5, maximum 5 comma 1 is 5. So the profit still remains 5. Let's move on to the next case. For the buying case, what is the first candidate? First candidate is the previous buying factor, which is minus 1. And now the second case would be my profit, whatever my profit was, the current price minus my profit was, whatever my profit was. So 9 minus 5 is 4. The minimum of these two is minus 1. So this is what I filled here. And the selling today would be the previous profit, and 9 minus the previous buying factor, 9 minus minus 1 minus 2, subtracting the transaction fees. 9 plus 1 minus 2 is 8, so this gets updated to profit gets updated to 8. Let's move on to the next row. The two candidates again, one is the previous one, the minus 1, the buying factor, and the second one would be 11 minus the profit that you have made so far is 3. So minimum of these two is minus 1, so this stays minus 1, and the next one would be maximum of 8, the previous profit that you have made, and 11 minus minus 1, the previous buying factor, minus 2, that would give you 10. So this gets updated with 10. And now let's look at the last row. We have 10. We get the first factor is minus 1, the previous one, the immediate previous one, and the second one would be current price minus profit, which would be 0. So the minimum of these two is minus 1, filled it with minus 1, and then we have selling today. Let's calculate the selling today part. The previous profit was 10, so 10 comma, if you are selling today, 10 minus the previous day buying factor minus 1 is 10 plus 1 is 11 minus 2 is 10, so maximum of 10 comma 10 is 10 itself. The value for profit becomes 10. I hope this part is clear to you. It's very simple, that what we are targeting is to calculate the buying factor and for each day, which will be of actually the minimum of these two, the previous day buy and the prices minus the profit that you have made so far. The selling part would be the maximum of these two values. The profit of the previous day, you can update this with profit as well, comma, the current price minus the buying for the previous day minus the transaction fee. So both of this would work, and the time complexity of this approach would be order of n. The space complexity again would be of order of n. So let's move on to the coding part. So let's move on to the coding part. Let's first of all check if prices happens to be null, or prices dot length is equal to 0, then I'll simply return profit as 0. The max profit that you can attain is 0. Otherwise, let's define two arrays, buy and sell. Similarly for the sell part. And let's initialize the buy for the first transaction as the price whatever it is on the 0th day, and sell would be initialized 0 because you happen to have you can't do the selling part unless you do the buying part, so the profit also becomes 0. And let's start the iteration from the first index up till the length of the array. What choices do we have for the buy part? Math.minimum, we need to take minimum of either whatever the previous day buying factor was, or current price on the ith day minus profit, whatever your profit you have made in the past. And let's update the sell part. Math.max, sell of I minus 1, or profit, and you are selling today, that means prices on the current day minus buying of I minus 1, whatever the previous day buying factor is, minus the fee. Pretty simple. And let's update the profit that we have made so far equals to sell of I. And once we are done with this, we'll return the profit. Let's try this up. Prices. Looks good, and let's just submit it. Awesome. So what is the time complexity of this approach? The time complexity is order of n, and space complexity is again order of n. And let me just reiterate the logic. We have built two arrays, one for the buying today case and one for the selling today case, and kept the profit in a variable. Whenever you are buying on the ith index, there are two choices to make. One is the buying factor from the previous day, whatever it was. Otherwise, since you are buying today, you have to pay it from the profit that you have earned so far. So price, current price minus profit. The minimum of these two would be your buying factor, because we want to minimize the value for the current buying price for the current day. If we are selling today, then we have two options. One is the current price minus the buying factor from the previous day, not from the current day, because you can't do the same transaction on the same day, minus the fee that you have to pay, or the profit that you have made so far. The maximum of these two will be the two contenders, and once you have done that, you update the profit to the selling on the ith day, and you simply return the profit from there. Hope you understood the logic, and thanks for watching the video.